back to my channel. My name is Sarah Key, and today I'm going to be showing y'all how to do a cut crease. Okay, so this is going to be a simple beginner cut crease tutorial. I did use a bright orange just so I could show y'all exactly like where I was cutting my crease at, but I'm going to be showing y'all how to get this look. Okay, just cutting your crease, simple, easy. All it takes is practice. If I can do it with my shaky hands, you can do it too. So I'm gonna jump right into this video, and I am gonna zoom in just so y'all can see me and get it up close and personal on this eye look, and you can learn how to cut your crease. Okay, and I do want to say thank you for watching my videos. If you're new here, like I said, my name is Sarah Key. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave a comment if you like what you see. I know you would love to join my family. Okay, so I'm gonna jump right into the video. Let's get going. Okay, so we're up close and personal now. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eye. I already primed my other eye, obviously, so I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eye with my Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is just the eye primer. And I'm gonna use a little bit of this, literally probably the smallest amount possible because it is very white, so I'm gonna just use a little bit of that. And you see how I just used that little bit and it's already showing so much. So I'm gonna take my beauty blender and kind of just pat it into my eyelid. Now I'm going to take a transition color, and I'm going to use one of these fluffy brushes, and I'm going to take a really light brown transition color. I'm going to take a really light brown in my Morphe palette, and I'm going to dig my brush in there and tap off the excess, and I'm going to tap into my upper brow bone, right where that transition color usually goes at. And I'm not doing circular motions, I'm just tapping, 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 so I can get all that pigment and I don't get that fallout that you usually get in most eyeshadows. So I'm just tapping, tapping, tapping. And I am kind of winging it out a little bit, just because I do have a wing on this side, so I am winging my eyeshadow out a little bit. Just keep tapping it, y'all. Tap, tap, tap in, period. Just keep tapping it in, tapping it in, so you feel like you get enough of that payout on your eyelid. Okay, like I said, this is our transition color, so we are going to go back in with another color. So I'm going to take another one of my Essence brushes, and I'm going to go in with a little bit of a darker brown, kind of like a tan, and I'm going to try to get as much on that brush as I can, and I'm going to go in and tap right under where I put my transition shade. So I'm gonna tap like here, until I feel like I get enough of that pigment. And you can see it's some coming off, so, but not as much as if we were doing circular motions. So next, I'm going to go in with my concealer. I'm just using the Morphe concealer. I am in the color C425. So I'm going to take a little bit of this concealer and put it on the back of my hand. Put it on the back of my hand. And what you're going to need for this cut crease is going to be a flat brush. So one that is literally flat. So this is the flattest brush that I have. So I'm going to use this one, okay? And I put some on the back of my hand. I'm going to put my brush, my flat brush, dip it on my hand, and I'm going to take my brush, put it right where I want my cut crease to be at. So right here. And then I'm gonna look up. Okay, so I have semi-hooded eyes. So I'm gonna go and do that again just so I know exactly where I'm at. So I think I'm about right there, y'all. I'm gonna look up just so I know where my, there we go. So you see that line right here? I'm gonna hold my eyes so y'all can see. You see that line right there? That's where your cut crease is going to lay. So it's gonna, you know, curve in here and then go to whichever way direction you want it to go. So this way, I'm gonna show y'all again what I did. I just kind of put it here, and then I looked up, and then the concealer told me basically when I looked up where my cut crease is supposed to lay. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I am doing this really slow. This can be a slower process if you're used to doing faster eyeshadow looks. This could be a slower process because you are trying to basically draw a line on your eye. So this can be a little bit of a slower process, which is okay. If you have patience, then you can do it. And even if you don't have patience, just put your brushes down, put your makeup down for a little bit, step away, and then come back, okay? It'll be here when you get back, and definitely practice makes perfect. And I'm not perfect at this either, so I'm still learning how to perfect myself, my makeup, just like the next person. So I'm just teaching y'all what I've learned. So now that I have pretty much got my line, I feel like it's a little crooked, but I think it's pretty good for right now. I'm just gonna fill in the rest, and filling in the rest is easy. So just filling in the rest of my eyelid. I'm gonna take it down. And I'm just filling the rest. The hardest part about this really is just drawing your line and knowing where your eye starts to crease at. That's what the hardest part about this is. Everything else, literally, y'all, it's not hard. I swear to you, it's not. But drawing your line will take some practice. It will take some steady hands. But we got it. We getting it, though. And I'm going to kind of wing mine out a little bit, too. You don't have to do this. But I am going to wing mine out for the look that I'm going for. And really, y'all, it doesn't have to be perfect, because once you put the shadow over it, whatever shadow you decide to use, it's gonna kind of show out to be a clean line. So it doesn't have to be the cleanest, smoothest line anybody has ever seen. So because once you go back in with that shadow, it's gonna show up more as a clean line. So I'm gonna maybe straighten it out just a little bit. And that's my cut crease. That is literally the hardest part, like I said, is drawing the half circle over your eyelid. That's the hardest part, I swear to y'all. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with, let's see, I'm gonna go in with my Juvia's Place palette. I'm using the Nubian 2, and I am going to take the color Morocco. It's a nice, pretty, kind of like an orange color. It's a nice, pretty orange color. So I'm gonna take that color, and what I'm gonna do is take another flat brush. Flat, as you can see, it has a little bit more density in it, but it is a flat brush. Okay, and I'm gonna take that, and I'm going to kind of dip my color Morocco in it. Okay, literally kind of pat on the eyeshadow, and then I'm going to take that color, and I like to start in my inner corners. If you feel more comfortable starting in the middle and then working your way to the inner and then to the outer, that's perfectly fine. I think that works well for beginners. So if you want to start in the middle just because you have more of an area to work with, that's perfectly fine. But I'm going to start in the corner, okay? And what you want to do is kind of use that eyeshadow to follow that line that you have, that you created. Because you're such a bomb creator, a bomb artist. That line that you created that line, okay? Don't let anybody tell you differently. And I'm just gonna kind of tap that eyeshadow on. I'm not swiping it, I'm not doing circles, I'm literally tapping it. What we say, tap, tap, tap in. I'm tapping that eyeshadow onto my, I'm gonna call it a half circle, but you know, cut crease. I'm tapping it onto my half circle, okay? And I'm not going past that line that I created. That's what I said. The eyeshadow is gonna kind of make it look, even if your line isn't straight, it's gonna make it look a little bit straighter. So just keep tapping. This part does take a little bit of time, especially if you're trying to get a lot of pigment out of your shadow. You might have to go back over a few times like I did. I went over probably about 3 or 4 times just to make sure that I had a good amount of pigment. Let's see. Make sure you get up in those creases too. If you have eyelid creases like me, make sure you get into those eyelid creases. And like I said, I am fanning mine out, I'm winging it out. And it doesn't have to be perfect at all over here on this side because I am going to do some liner, so it's okay. And now I'm just going in over the line just to be sure that it's pretty straight and it's pretty pigmented. Okay. Okay, y'all, that is our cut crease. That is our cut crease. If you did it, give yourself a round of applause, okay? Because you did it. It's not perfect, but I don't know if y'all can really tell. It's not perfect, but it's dang near close. So I'm gonna let it rock like that. Okay? I'm gonna do my liner and my lashes. Yeah. So you see how, I'm gonna look this way. See how it's really pretty much like a half circle. Okay, this is probably the easiest cut crease I've ever done. So I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna do my liner and my lashes off camera, and then we'll see the look all together. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. And I think the cut crease came out pretty nice. It is really simple. So I love the fact that this is like my first, maybe like not my first, but it's probably like my 5th time doing a cut crease. So I would say that it came out pretty crisp, okay, pretty crisp. So just follow the steps. Be patient with yourself, okay? If you have shaky hands like me, just practice, and I promise you will get these cut creases down. Like, once you do it maybe like 2 or 3 times, it's really not that hard at all. So just practice, y'all, and I have so much faith in you that you can get it, okay? If you want to see more videos, then definitely hit that subscribe button. And if you like videos like this and you want to see more makeup videos, then definitely hit that like button and leave a comment to let me know that you like these kind of videos, okay? So thank you so much for watching my video. Coming back to CREASE channel, okay? Coming back to my channel, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.